Hi folks, Larry Winget here, back with another episode of Ask Larry Anything, the YouTube series where you can ask Larry Winget anything, and as long as your question is of general interest, so as many people as possible can benefit from the question and the answer, then I would be happy to tackle your question. Please just write me at info, that's I-N-F-O, at LarryWinget.com. And if you're not following me on Facebook at Larry Winget fan page, you should be, and on Twitter at Larry Winget. You can also follow me on LinkedIn if you would like. Let's get right to the question today. Boy, is it one I get a lot, actually. Larry, I love your style of bare knuckles common sense advice. I appreciate that. I kind of like my style too. I take whatever tidbit of your advice that applies to me and I immediately plug it in and put it into action. Good for you. I'm very curious about something. In your experience doing what you do you run into a lot of people who are motivational junkies? And by that I mean people who spend far too much time constantly looking for motivation and inspiration and far too little time taking action on any of it. You know, you described them perfectly. They are motivational junkies. And yes, I run into them all the time. I have a lot of people who follow me who are motivational junkies. There was a time I was a motivational junkie. When I first got into the self-help personal development stuff, I listened to Zig Ziglar, and I listened to my very first audio was Earl Nightingale's The Strangest Secret. My first motivational book was Zig's See You at the Top, and I was hooked. I read everything, I listened to everything. There was a time I had 10,000 hours of audio tape from Nightingale Conant. That tells you how long it's been since it was all audio tape. I listened to Tracy and Jim Rohn and the list, and Dennis Waitley, and the list goes on and on and on. Anybody that would put out a recording, I would listen to it. The problem is when you get stuck in that mode that it's all about coming in from the outside and you never internalize it. When you internalize a message, that's when you take action on the message, which is pretty much proof that you've internalized the message. Most people just bombard themselves with messages from the outside, hoping that's going to make a difference. It never makes a difference. And so yes, there are a lot of motivational junkies out there. This is what I suggest. If you're stuck as a motivational junkie, stop. That's quite an answer, isn't it? If you find out something's hurting you, just stop. The problem is you don't know that it's hurting you. You're just full of all these good feelings and love and rainbows and unicorns and smiley faces and positive attitude and all that. Remember this, you don't think your way to success, you don't positive attitude your way to success, you don't happy your way to success, you work your way to success, which means you have to take action. So if you're in a situation where you are listening to everything that you can, bombarding yourself with all those positive messages, stop doing that. Set it aside. Make yourself a deal. You're going to set it aside for 30 days and you're actually going to go to work. Make yourself a little list. These are the 5 things that I'm going to accomplish in the next 30 days. Hell or high water, I'm going to get these 5 things done. I'm actually going to internalize the things I've been listening to, and I'm going to take action. Then set aside the audio, set aside the video, set aside the motivational self-help books, mine included, and just go to work and take action. At the end of the 30 days, see where you are. I'll bet you're farther along if you take action on 5 ideas than you would be if you'd have just kept bombarding yourself with information. I'm all for listening to the good stuff. You know, Zig used to say, listen to the pure, the powerful, the positive, and the whatever. And it was full of peas. And it was a great idea at the time. But you can get too much of that stuff. So, set it aside for 30 days, take action, and don't be just a motivational junkie. Hey, I like this question. Thank you so much. And remember, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and all those places, and be sure to send your question into info@LarryWinget.com. Thanks.